think, too, with Pascual Perez pitching against a terrific pitcher like Atlee Hammaker. Joe Torre is putting in a very good defensive team tonight. Randy Johnson will play third base. Jerry Royster will be in left field. The Braves, except for Chris Chambliss, have an all right-hand hitting team. So here in this football weather tonight, Joe hopes the Braves will come out ahead in what will be probably a low-scoring game.
We should have a good one. We'll be back with the starting lineups right after this.
You're heading where it's fresh and green to see a world you've never seen. There are new friends to make, there are new things to do, and there's something big waiting for you, for you. Coke is it, the biggest taste you've ever found. Coke is it, the one that never lets you down. Coke is it, the most refreshing taste around. Coke is it, Coke is it.
After a long business trip, the last thing you need is a hassle at the airport. That's why Eastern has one-time check-in. It's like going from the curb directly to your plane. Because Eastern can give you boarding passes for your entire trip the first time you check in. One-time check-in. Eastern's way of wishing you many happy returns.
We're Eastern, America's favorite plane to fly.
National anthem just sung by Laura Brooks Rice from Atlanta, now singing with the San Francisco Opera Company. And Miss Rice has some great voice. Really excited the fans here at Candlestick Park. Well, let's check the lineups for tonight's game. First of all, for the Braves, a very different lineup put forth by manager Joe Torre. Rafael Ramirez leads off at shortstop. Then Jerry Royster bats second in left field. Chris Chambliss is the first baseman hitting third. Dale Murphy in center field batting fourth. Terry Harper bats fifth in right field tonight. And then making his first start of the year, Randy Johnson at third base batting sixth. Glenn Hubbard is the second baseman hitting seventh. Bruce Benedict will be behind the plate hitting eighth, and pitching will be the Braves top starter Pascual Perez. He's 8-1 and has a glittering ERA of 2.80. He's won his last three, all very low scoring games. For the Giants, they'll line up this way. Johnny LeMaster leads off at shortstop. Then Tom O'Malley bats second at third base. Probably the hottest hitter in the National League, Darrell Evans, will hit third at first base. Then Jack Clark in right field, batting fourth. Max Venable hitting fifth in center field. Jeff Leonard returns to the lineup after sitting out the series in Atlanta with a groin pull. Leonard will be in left field, and he'll hit sixth. Milt May behind the plate batting seventh. Brad Wellman, the second baseman, batting eighth. And the Giants' top starting pitcher, left-hander Atlee Hammaker, on the mound. He's 7-3 and has a phenomenal earned run average of only 1.71. Umpiring behind the home plate tonight will be Lonnie Harris. The first base umpire will be Big Lee Wire. Second base, Dutch Renner. And over at third, Ed Montague. And this telecast, authorized under broadcasting rights granted by the Atlanta Braves and intended solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any publication, rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, or accounts of this game in whole or in part without the express written consent of the Atlanta Braves and the Turner Broadcasting System is prohibited. And the announcers for the event are employed by the Turner Broadcasting System. The Braves lost 2 of 3 in Los Angeles, and they had a scratch to get 2 runs in the 9th inning of Game 2 in order to win that one game. The Braves are looking for a little more run production, and the Braves have made a couple of changes. You might know of them, but if you don't, Mike Jorgensen has joined the team. Ken Smith was sent back to Richmond. Jorgensen joins the team from the New York Mets. He's a left-hand hitting first baseman, outfielder, and he'll be on Joe Torre's bench tonight. Rick Behena was sent down last night to Richmond to pitch regularly, and called up in his place was Ken Daly, who had a record of 9-3 down at Richmond. And Daly is expected to start tomorrow, and Pete Van Wieren will talk more about that as our broadcast continues. Braves now in the second series on this long road trip. and will play here tomorrow afternoon and Sunday afternoon as well. And then the Braves move on to Houston. They'll play Monday night, Tuesday night, and Wednesday night, have Thursday off, then play a twilight doubleheader in Cincinnati, then Saturday evening in Cincinnati, Sunday afternoon, and Monday night in Cincinnati before returning home on Tuesday the 28th to play against the Houston Astros. Now currently the Braves are 3.5 games out of first place. Los Angeles has a record of 41-20. Atlanta 38-24. The Braves are 3.5 out. And Atlanta still has the second best record in all of baseball. That won't mean much unless they catch Los Angeles. Atlee Hammaker on the mound for the Giants, and leading off for the Braves will be Rafael Ramirez on a cold, blustery night here at Candlestick. And now for the play-by-play, once again, here's Pete Van Wieren.
Okay, thank you, John. Rafi batting .287, 1 homer, 13 RBIs. He takes a breaking ball for a strike in the inside corner, 0-1. Atlee Hammaker making his 13th start. He has 4 complete games, a 7-3 record, a 1.71 earned run average. That's the best ERA among regular pitchers in the National League. Count even now, 1 ball, 1 strike. Hammaker in 89 and a third innings has given up only 70 hits, only 17 earned runs, only 2 homers. He has walked 14. That's another low figure, and he has struck out 66. That missed high and away. 2-1 to count. Ramirez will be followed by Jerry Royster and then Chris Chambliss. Here's the 2-1 delivery, looped into shallow right center field. Back goes the second baseman, Brad Wellman, makes a somersault catch in shallow right center to take a base hit away from Rafael Ramirez. That young man covers some ground.
Well, he was very impressive in the series in Atlanta. Ramirez had a hit taken away, and a nice play by Brad Wellman. He covers a lot of ground. The Braves had problems in Los Angeles. Also, they weren't very lucky. Last night, Ramirez missed by just a couple of inches of a 2-run home run in the top of the second, and then Glenn Hubbard was just off second base. Braves failed to complete a double play, and LA went on to score 2 runs. So Braves hoping they can get a little lucky as well as being maybe a little better.
Jerry Royster playing left field tonight, batting .239, no homers, 4 RBIs, and he takes high and away, ball 1. Royster has hit in his last 3 games. Bob Horner is still sidelined by a bone spur problem in his left ankle. That's a day-to-day thing. They hope to get Bob back playing in time for the Houston series. 2-0 the count now on Jerry Royster. Dodgers play at home tonight against Cincinnati. Mario Soto against Bob Welch. We'll keep you posted on how that game's doing. 2 balls and a strike now on Royster after the check swing foul. .335 down the lines here at Candlestick. 400 feet to straightaway center. .365 to the power alleys. The ball carries well to left and to left center. Does not carry so well to right field or right center, unless the wind blows out that way, and it's not at the moment. Fly ball right field. That ball carrying pretty well, but Jack Clark's going to get to it just shy of the warning track for out number 2. Royster hit it hard, but Clark got to it. 2 outs in the top of the first. Chris Chambliss will step in.
Number 10, first baseman Chris Chambliss.
Chambliss batting .267, 7 homers, 31 RBIs. A left-hand batter against the left-hander Atlee Hammaker. Throughout much of this season, Joe Torre's been platooning Chris Chambliss and Bob Watson at first base, but Chris is swinging such a hot bat at the moment. 4 hits in his last 5 official trips. Now Joe just wants to keep him in there for the time being. He takes a strike, 0-1. Just underway in the top half of inning 1. Nobody on, 2 men out, and a 1-strike pitch to Chambliss, laced to left field. Getting a little bit of a late jump on the ball was Jeff Leonard. He battled that one, but made the catch. And the inning's over. Braves go down 1-2-3 in the top half of the first. Atlanta 0. San Francisco coming up.
Introducing the new front-wheel drive Toyota Camry. It does not have a fireplace, but it does have living room, elbow room, headroom, tow room, family room. For families who are a size above average, for families who like to spread out. There's lots of feet for your feet, lots of living room for anyone, and a tough new engine with quick pickup and great mileage. The new Toyota Camry, not just the family car, the family Camry.
Oh, what a feeling, Camry! Toyota.
This Bud's for everyone who answers the call when someone needs help. Yeah, just for you, that distinctively clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
For all you do.
This Bud's for you.
Cary Grant is a sitting duck for the charms of Leslie Caron. Father Goose, Sunday morning on Superstation WTBS.
Bottom half of the first inning, Pascual Perez making his 13th start of the year for Atlanta. He's 8-1 with a 2.80 ERA. He's allowed 25 earned runs and 70 hits in 80 in the third innings, 18 walks, 50 strikeouts. Having a very similar year to the year Atlee Hammaker is having. Got a good innings pitched and hits ratio, has not walked many. He's pitched 2 complete games. He has 1 win against the Giants this year, 2-2 against them lifetime. Shortstop Johnny LeMaster leads it off for the Giants. He's having a good year. 284, 3 homers, 18 RBIs. Carries a 5-game hitting streak into tonight's game. Perez winds and delivers, and this is high ball 1. Tomorrow afternoon, Ken Bailey, just up from Richmond, gets a start against Andy McGaffigan. Craig McMurtry pitches for the Braves in the Sunday afternoon game against Mike Krukow. Up and in on Johnny LeMaster. The count is 2-0.
Perez threw a fastball, and it was up and in, but it wasn't head high. It was a brushback without question. He knocked him off the plate.
Pascual ready now for his 2-0 pitch. Ripped foul into the seats off to the third base side. Count goes to 2-1. Perez, who captured the hearts of Atlanta fans driving around the city over and over again last year. 26 years old. Here's his 2-1 pitch, grounded slowly toward short. Rafael Ramirez will field, throw on to first in time. 1 gone, bottom of the first. Now Tom O'Malley.
Batting second, number 35.
O'Malley, a good-looking young player, hitting .296 with 2 homers, 17 RBIs. He is only 22 years old. He's hit safely in 5 straight games. Perez delivers a strike down the middle. This is game number 5 in the season series between Atlanta and San Francisco. Back in Atlanta last weekend, the 4-game series was split. The 0-1 on the way. Missing inside. Third base umpire Ed Montague says no swing. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. Here comes the 1-1 offering. Off the end of the bat foul, 1-2. It's really not too bad yet in Candlestick Park tonight. A little bit on the cool side, but the wind not blowing that much at the moment. That is subject, of course, to change at any moment. Got him with a fastball in the outside corner. Tom O'Malley becomes the first strikeout victim of Perez. Out number 2 in the bottom half of the first. Now Darrell Evans, who is red hot, batting .308 with 18 homers, 44 RBIs. He shares the home run lead with Dale Murphy. And he has hit 5 home runs in his last 5 games, including 3 in one game a couple of days ago. A ball and no strikes, the count on Darrell. No score, bottom of the first. Base is empty, 2 men out. And the 1-0 pitch is hit high in the air to shallow center field. Murphy and Ramirez both going after it. And Rafael Ramirez, the shortstop, makes a fine running catch in shallow center to end the inning. So as the Braves did in the top half of the inning, the Giants go 1-2-3 in the bottom half. We've played 1 in San Francisco, no score.
It's not just a race. It's a game. If they think I'm tired, maybe they'll make their move.
Bring out your best.
Then I'll make mine.
Bring out your best. Budweiser Light. Bring out your best. Budweiser Light.
The best. You found it in yourself, and now you found it in the beer you drink. Yankee Willie Randolph, he does it all. Pro photographer Fred Conrad, he catches it all with his Canon AE1 program. So advanced to capture Willie's sheer grace at second base. So much camera to follow Willie all the way home.
Hey, can I try your Canon? Sure, it's simple.
In sun or shade, it's a snap to use. The Canon AE1 program, so advanced, it's simple. Canon, the official camera of the Atlanta Braves.
Hello. I like this Remington microscreen rechargeable shaver so much, I bought the company. It shaves as close as a blade, or I'll give you your money back. The first microscreen is so thin, it shaves incredibly close. The second, even closer. And Remington's American-made. It costs less. Norelco's imported. It costs much more. The Remington microscreen rechargeable shaver shaves as close as a blade, or your money back.
And the Lady Remington rechargeable, the perfect gift. Shaves without a cord.
Top half of inning 2, it'll be Dale Murphy, Terry Harper, and Randy Johnson due up against Atlee Hammaker. Hammaker, one of many players on the San Francisco team that came over from the Kansas City Royals organization. That was in the Vida Blue trade back in March of last year. Dale Murphy hitting .322, 18 homers, 53 RBIs, had an 8-game hitting streak stopped last night by Alejandro Pena. And he takes a strike in the outside corner, 0-1. Atlee Hammaker is the son of a military man, so he has got a lot of different places he can call home. He was born in Carmel, California, graduated from high school in Alexandria, Virginia. Now lives up in Tennessee. Attended East Tennessee State University on a basketball scholarship. One and one the count. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. The curve is grounded towards short. LeMaster fields it cleanly on to first in time. So Hammaker is retired 4 in a row. 1 gone in the top of the second. Terry Harper will step in. Harper batting .267, 3 homers, 18 RBIs.
Number 19, the right fielder, Terry Harper.
This is such a contrast to come to San Francisco after you spend 3 days in Los Angeles with the balmy 85-degree weather, shirt sleeve crowds. One ball, no strikes, the count on Harper.
Well, it was pretty in the city today, certainly. A little windy, but out here on the point.
That's hits in the outside corner. The count 1-1. This may be the only ballpark in America where a fur coat in June is apropos garb for a ball game. Here's the 1-1. Line into right field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. So Terry Harper becomes the first base runner of the night with a 1-out single. And that'll bring up Randy Johnson, who gets his first start of the year tonight. Randy's done a good job off the bench, hitting .357, 5 hits in 14 at-bats. 2 of them doubles, 2 RBIs. He's been used almost exclusively as a pinch hitter this year. He has had a couple of late-inning defensive assignments, but he gets the start tonight with Bob Horner on the sidelines with that ankle problem. Randy drove in Atlanta's only run last night with a single. Takes a strike in the outside corner, 0-1.
Well, you know, Randy wants to produce. Everybody wants to start, and he's really pretty excited tonight about getting his first chance to start after so many games.
Harper, the runner at first, 1 man out. And the 1-strike pitch on the way. He's bunting down the third base side. Good bunt. Hammaker bobbles the ball. Everybody's going to be safe. We'll wait for the official score to rule on that. I don't know whether Hammaker would have had a play or not if he fielded that ball cleanly.
He might have had a play, Pete, but he would have had to make a great pickup and throw. And if I was scoring it, I would call it a base hit. Hammaker booted it there, but that would have been a terrific play. Well, I'm not scoring the game, and they gave Hammaker an error.
So Randy Johnson reaching on the error by the pitcher. Runners now first and second with 1 out for Glenn Hubbard. Up at .271, 3 homers, 23 RBIs. He's been in a bit of a slump. Only 3 hits in his last 26 at bats. His average has fallen from over the 300 mark to its current .271. Grounded slowly towards second. Up with it cleanly is Wellman to Lemaster for 1 on the first. Not in time. Hubbard beats the wrap there. So it'll go as a 4-6 force play, with Terry Harper advancing to third. Runners now first and third with 2 outs for the catcher Bruce Benedict. Benedict batting .297, 1 home run, 16 RBIs. This is a ballpark that Bruce Benedict has fared very well in his career. He has hit 11 home runs in his major league career, and 4 of them have been here at Candlestick.
And now we'll see how the Giants play it. If you're a Braves fan, you want to see them pitch to Benedict, because even though Bruce has been in a slump, a base hit means a run, and you have a top-notch pitcher in Perez.
Bruce in one of those very aggravating type of slumps. He's won for his last 21, but he's hit the ball very hard all during that time, just right at people. And he takes a strike. The guy that's in a slump to beat all slumps is San Francisco outfielder Chili Davis. He's out of the lineup again tonight. He is 4 for his last 63.
You wouldn't think a guy who is a switch hitter and can run and has power would get into that desperate a slump. That's a whale of a slump.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Downstairs, a ball, 1 ball, 1 strike.
In fact, Pete, if you'll recall, they benched Chili Davis in the last game of the 4-game series in Atlanta last week.
They feel now that his batting slump is affecting his fielding. So tonight, Max Venable gets the start in center field. Here's the 1-1 to Benedict. Pop foul, right side. It'll drop out of play. The count goes to 1-2. A lot of Braves fans here tonight from all over the place. We have already been presented with pineapples from Hawaii and canned salmon from Sitka, Alaska.
Yeah, we really do have a lot of fans, and they were out very early. We got to the ballpark about 5:15, 5:30, and there were a whole bunch of Braves fans here.
The salmon courtesy of the Dessels and the Hodnitz from Sitka, Alaska, who planned their vacation in the San Francisco area to coincide with a Braves trip here. Benedict down on strikes. Hammaker has his first strikeout and gets out of a Miles jam here in the second. No runs on 1 hit. There was 1 giant error and a couple of runners left to go to the bottom half of inning 2. It's still 0-0 between the Braves and San Francisco.
Racing engines run hot. STP oil treatment fights the effects of heat in racing cars. your car runs hot, too. In everyday driving, heat weakens your oil's vital protective properties. That's motor oil breakdown. STP fights motor oil breakdown. STP strengthens your oil, putting extra lubricants and anti-wear agents to work just where they're needed. Whenever you change or add oil, get STP oil treatment and fight motor oil breakdown.
7th career Grand Slam. Have you ever wondered where the baseball announcers get all their facts and figures? Well, here are the new 1983 American and National League fact books. These are the official media guides published by the leagues and sent out to the announcers and sports writers. Now, here's the exciting news. These deluxe spiral-bound editions are now available to you at home. Did you know that Pete Rose has over 1,000 hits more than any active player? Or how about the Yankees having a winning record against every team except the Orioles? Or did you know that a player can be considered a rookie even though he's batted 130 times the previous season? The leagues made sure it's all here.
Here's how to order your baseball fact books, the same media guides used by the sportscasters. For quick delivery, call toll-free 1-800-257-1234. Each book is only $9.95, and if you order the set, you save $1. Avoid COD charges by using your Visa or MasterCard, or send check or money order. 1-800-257-1234. Call now.
There are some of those Braves fans we were telling you about. Bottom half of the second inning. Jack Clark, Max Venable, Jeff Leonard due up against Pascual Perez. Clark hitting .251, 10 homers, 30 runs driven in. He's hit safely in 4 straight games. And the first pitch low and outside, ball 1. 0-0 game. Bottom half of inning 2. The 1-0 on the way is popped up high in the air left side. Third baseman Randy Johnson in foul territory. The wind bringing it back a little bit, but it's still a foul ball and caught by Johnson for the out. 1 gone in the second. Max Venable will step in.
Pete, you saw what happened on that play. Bob Watson told me tonight he'd been talking with some of the Giants. He said in one of their last night games here, there was a foul pop like that, and the ball was blown all the way to second base and had to be caught then. He said you're going to see some crazy things maybe tonight if the wind picks up.
Wind at the moment, though, is still, it's blowing, but not very hard. It's kind of a crosswind now from right field across to left. Venable at .202, 4 home runs, 16 RBIs. He's playing in place of the slump-ridden Chili Davis. They have built a new batting cage here at Candlestick Park right outside the visitors' dressing room, and as the Braves arrived today, Chili Davis was heading for that batting cage with Giants hitting instructor Hank Sauer. Fly ball center field. Murphy should handle this one, and does for out number 2. So Perez is now retired 5 in a row, and Jeff Leonard will step in. Leonard just getting back into the lineup tonight. He's missed a couple of weeks with a groin pull, hitting .249 with 4 homers, 20 RBIs. Perez going for his 9th win of the season in tonight's game. Dave Dravecky of San Diego, the only pitcher in the National League who has won 9 so far this year. And there's a strike in the outside corner. Another guy going for his 9th win tonight is Mario Soto, and we wish him all the success in the world against the Dodgers.
You know, we've kidded about all the great averages in Albuquerque over the years, compiled by the young Dodgers. First this pitch.
0-2.
Jeff Leonard, of course, came up in the Dodger organization, and in his last year in Albuquerque before being traded to Houston, he hit .365. And he had 11 homers, 93 RBIs, and 36 stolen bases. Then he hit very well for Houston for 1 year and really has never approached it. He hit, I think, about .290 for Houston in his best year.
An 0-2 pitch on the way from Pascual Perez to Jeff Leonard, and it misses low and away. 1-2. Of course, the Giants play 81 games a year in this park, so they're used to the conditions. It's tough on the visiting teams coming in here, especially when you come from warm weather like we had in Los Angeles. The 1-2 pitch got him with a beautiful changeup. Pascual Perez records his second strikeout and records his second straight 1-2-3 inning. We've completed 2 at Candlestick. It's still the Braves nothing and the Giants nothing.
CNN News Night. Now, no matter where you live in the country, CNN has live primetime news for you. While the East sleeps, the West is making news, and you'll see it first on News Night. The top stories, hottest Hollywood news, and late-night scores. News other people will read about in tomorrow's papers. CNN News Night, anchored from Los Angeles and Atlanta. Now the West has its own live primetime network news program.
Late at night, you can feel a new sensation. It's electrifying, magnifying. Night Tracks. 6 solid hours of today's hottest video music performed by your favorite recording stars. Pat Benatar, Hall and Oates. And the beat goes on. Night Tracks. Tonight on Superstation WTBS. This society has passed a law that enforces quickly, completely. Fahrenheit 451. That's followed by Robert Mitchum and Jack Lemmon.
Not impressed. I am.
They're partners who share more than just a love of the sea. Rita Hayworth stars in Fire Down Below. Great movies Saturday on Superstation WTBS, cable's most popular network.
The overnight hits are yours on WTBS for the best in video music entertainment. Turn to Night Tracks all night long. It's coming tonight, immediately after the game. Night Tracks on Superstation WTBS.
And we go to the top half of the third. Pascual Perez, Rafael Ramirez, Jerry Royster due up against Atlee Hammaker in a scoreless ball game. Perez on the year, 129, no homers, 2 RBIs. He is perhaps the only player in the National League, whether there are runners on base or not, you can say, let's see if he's bunting.
And Tom O'Malley is playing about 10 feet in front of third base.
He was squaring for a moment there, then took the pitch for a strike at the outside corner, 0-1. You know, Frank really likes to bunt. He's a good bunter, and he runs very well.
Yes, he does. Frank Robinson pitched to Benedict with first and third 2 out. They got him. Now they have the pitcher lead off the inning. That's the other side.
That curveball missed, and the count even, 1-1. Hammaker with a good fastball, a good curveball. Here's the 1-1. Punched foul off to the right. The count goes to 1-2.
Now with 2 strikes, O'Malley moves back even with third base. Before, he was well in on the grass as if it was a sacrifice situation. Now you see him back just about even with the bat.
And the 1-2 pitch on the way now to Perez. He's bunting this time, drops it down to third base side. O'Malley's throw on to first, bounces by Darrell Evans. Perez heads for second. Jack Clark boots the ball, trying to pick it up. Perez rounds second, but now will go back. So even with 2 strikes, Pascual Perez, who loves to bunt, drops one down that line, has himself a hit, and goes to second on the error.
Isn't that something? Here is Pucko bunting. And remember, O'Malley was back. He had been in on the grass before, and he threw it wild on the bunt attempt. And so the Braves now have a great chance to grab the first run of the game. And Perez on second base with no one out.
And the batter, Rafael Ramirez, the shortstop, who popped out to second his first time. Wellman making a somersault catch out in shallow right center field to rob Rafi of a hit. Time called while Pascual Perez dons a jacket down at second base.
Well, the conservative way to play this is have Ramirez hit a ground ball to the right side or bunt, move him over.
He wears his .285 jacket even on base.
Of course, you know what happens. He won't stop at home. He'll continue running back up to first base again.
Undoubtedly, there are some fans in the ballpark here who do not know the Perez story about I-285, and they've got to wonder what in the world that means.
Yeah, I think you ought to explain that, because there are also people watching all over the country who don't know what I-285 is. But
pitch to Rafi is popped up again into shallow right field. Jack Clark waiting for this one. He'll make the catch. Perez holds at second. I-285 is the perimeter where Pascual got lost last year. There you see those flagpoles in center field, the wind blowing from right field across toward left, picking up a little bit now. We're in the top half of the third. Perez at second, one out, and Jerry Royster the batter.
Ramirez did try to go to the right side and move him over, but unfortunately he popped it up. Unfortunately if you're a Braves fan, very fortunately if you're a Giants fan.
Royster flied to deep right his first time. One ball, no strikes.
For those who don't know what perimeter is, that's a beltway or expressway. Anyway, it's circular. It goes all the way around Atlanta, and Pascual just did not know where to get off. Went around it a few times.
3 times.
3 times? My.
Down low 2-0.
Well, I'll tell you this is my second year in Atlanta. I've made a few wrong turns myself. The Atlanta roads are under construction all the time, and there are a lot of cars on them.
It's easy to do.
Yes.
2-0 to count on Royster. Bouncing ball up the middle. Second baseman Wellman, nice play to his right, throws on to first in time. Perez advances to third. So once again the Braves have moved a runner over to third. They had runners first and third in the second inning. Couldn't get the run in.
Number 10.
Let's see if Chris Chambliss can deliver a 2-out hit here. Chambliss flied to left his first time. While understanding the situation, Chris not really happy about being platoon, so he's got to be elated to be in the lineup tonight against a left-hander. Chris feels he hits lefties as well as he hits right-handers. The curve is taken low, ball 1. Perez off third. And the 1-0. Didn't get the curveball. Got a good idea there just how much that Atlee Hammaker curveball breaks. 1-1 the count. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss and a curve again. It's 1-2. Chambliss seeing a steady diet of Hammaker curves here in the third. From the windup, the 1-2 pitch on the way. Another curve. This miss low and outside. 2-2. The on-deck hitter, Dale Murphy. Hammaker threw Chambliss nothing but curveballs, records his second strikeout, and once again ends the inning with a runner stranded at third. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left. We've gone 2.5, and we're still scoreless. Braves nothing, Giants nothing.
Raise your hand. You got it. Raise your hand. You know it. You feel confident, secure. Raise your hand. You feel dry now. Raise your hand. You know why now. Raise your hand if you're sure.
You've got it. That sure, secure, confident feeling. Because each Sure gives you enough protection to help feel dry all day.
Confident, dry and secure. Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you're sure.
This Bud's for everyone who takes on the heavy loads.
This Bud's for you. For all you do. The king of beers is coming through.
Yeah, just for you, that distinctively clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
For all you do. This Bud's for you.
Saturday, blast off with the Challenger. Join CNN as the space shuttle rockets to the stars. Follow the progress of the first American woman in space and the long arm of technology. You can see CNN live shots of the Challenger from liftoff to touchdown on the news channel, CNN.
Bottom half of the third, we'll see the bottom third of the order due up for the Giants. Milt May, Brad Wellman, and Atlee Hammaker. Perez a little late arriving to the mound. He was on base when the inning ended, so he still has a couple of warm-up tosses to go. In fact, he has a couple more than he should have to go. He got all the way out to the mound and realized he had not taken off his batting glove yet. Tough to pitch that way.
Batting center.
Milt May will step in, batting .263. 2 home runs, 13 RBIs. He has the reputation of being a first ball, fastball hitter. So let's see how the Braves pitch him here. They start him off with a fastball, but miss low and outside. Ball 1. No score. Bottom half of inning 3. That evens the count on May. 1-1. Now the 1-1 on the way. Pop foul right back this way. Into the seats below us. It goes to 1-2. Perez acquired, of course, from Pittsburgh last year for Larry McWilliams. And he's a good one. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fouled away. Still 1-2. Perez, one of those rare pitchers. Most pitchers that you see go out on the mound are very businesslike about the way they perform their job, but Pasquale displays a lot of personality out on the mound. He has become a real favorite of the Atlanta fans. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fouled again. It stays 1-2. Gibson, Joe Torre, Bob Watson. In the jackets alongside the Braves dugout. Again the 1-2. This missed high and inside. 2-2 the count. Joe Torre's counterpart with San Francisco is Frank Robinson. His team has not been playing that well lately. They're now right at 500, 31-31. They're 10.5 games behind the Dodgers. Two and two, the count on Milt May. Grounded to the right side. Nice backhand play by Chambliss to Perez, who can't hang on to the throw at first. And May will be safe there. That'll probably go as an error on the pitcher, Pasquale Perez.
And the Braves have had this happen to them far too often of late. It happened to Perez. And that was back home on the last homestand. Chambliss, a good feed, and Perez dropped it as he was looking for the bag. Oddly enough, Milt May does not run very well, and Perez could have caught the ball breadbasket style and then just trotted over to first base. He could have stopped running, as a matter of fact, and caught it.
The error will be on the pitcher, Pasquale Perez. May becomes the runner at first. Brad Wellman will be the batter. Wellman, another youngster out of the Kansas City Royals organization, hitting .250 with a homer and 4 RBIs, and he may just be the guy that's going to solve the Giants' second base problem. They started the year with Dwayne Kuiper at second. Of course, Joe Morgan left the ball club, signed with the Phillies this year. But Kuiper is on the disabled list and will be probably until after the All-Star break. Wellman is doing a fine job filling in. They're in the third inning in Los Angeles. No score between Cincinnati and the Dodgers. That's a foul ball with a runner going. May will return to first. The count 0-1.
Dwayne Kuiper was an excellent second baseman with Cleveland, and then he suffered a severe knee injury. It's in a game with the Boston Red Sox, involved a rundown play, and he's never regained the speed that he once had. It could very well be that Wellman is the second baseman for the Giants' future, and Kuiper's a guy who has a left-hand bat and can fill in, get some base hits for you.
0-1 to count on Brad Wellman. Takes it low, 1-1. A couple of finals in the National League. Pittsburgh beat the Phillies today 2-1. St. Louis beat the Cubs 7-2. Houston leads San Diego 2-0 after 4. Cincinnati at Los Angeles. They're in the third, tied 0-0. And in the 6th inning in Montreal, the Expos lead the New York Mets 5-1. Now the 1-1. Low again, 2-1. American League, California shut out Toronto 3-0. Boston beat Baltimore 5-3. Detroit over Cleveland 11-4. The Yankees beat Milwaukee 7-2. Kansas City tops Seattle 3-1. Oakland and Chicago tied 3-3 as they go to the 9th. Two balls and a strike the count on Brad Wellman. Nobody out. May, the runner at first, being held by Chambliss. A throw over, May back safely. May has yet to steal a base this year. He has typical catcher's speed. He's going, and the pitch is lined in the right field for a base hit. May will stop at second base as Harper is up with the ball quickly and gets it back to the infield. There is the first San Francisco hit of the game. A line drive single to right by Wellman puts runners at first and second with nobody out for the pitcher, Atlee Hammaker. Hammaker, in all probability, will be bunting here. He's a 118 hitter. No homers, 1 RBI.
And Pete, in a similar situation in Atlanta, Hammaker tried to bunt and bunted into double play. The next time he tried to bunt, he struck out. Both times he was bunting with a man on base. We'll see if he gets the bunt down here. That would be the surprise of the year if he doesn't bunt first and second and no one out in a scoreless game. Bottom of the third.
Randy Johnson creeping in from third base. Hammaker is squaring and backs away from an inside fastball. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error for Atlanta. No runs, 1 hit, 2 errors for the Giants. All these meetings that you see take place on the mound now are to let Pascual Perez know exactly what the coverage is going to be. A lot of different ways you can play this. You can either have the third baseman stay back and cover the bag at third. That will not be the case this time, as Randy Johnson is coming way in at third base, and that means the shortstop Ramirez will be responsible for covering third. The bunt is foul and the count 1-1.
At that time, they had Randy Johnson from third base running home to cover the bunt. Chambliss had to stay back at first because Glenn Hubbard is trying to hold the runner on at second base. Ramirez, the shortstop, is going over to third. And if you wonder, well, is there a drawback? Looks like a great way to get a force play at third. Well, there is one drawback. If the batter swings away and hits a ground ball anywhere up the middle, you have a base hit. There is no shortstop and there is no second baseman.
1-1 the count. Looks like the Braves are going to cover again with Johnson charging and Ramirez covering third. The pitch to Hammaker. He gets the bunt down the first base side. Perez will field. Flip to Chambliss in time. The runners advance. So Hammaker gets the job done this time with a 1-3 sacrifice. Wellman moves to second. Milt May moves to third. And with 1 out, the batter will be Johnny LeMaster, who grounded out to short his first time.
Well, when you're having problems, small things really hurt. The Braves would have had a run if Ramirez had been able to move Perez over to third base, and Royster's ground ball would have scored a run. And the Giants would have had almost no rally at all if Perez had simply caught Chambliss' toss on the opening play of the inning.
LeMaster takes outside, ball 1. Johnny LeMaster, for many years with the Giants, had had such a low batting average. Now Joe Torre on his way to the mound. LeMaster had such a low batting average that he was hitting almost every game in the number 8 spot in the order. He's now their leadoff hitter and doing a good job at 284 coming into this game. He went on a weight program during the offseason, trying to get a little stronger, and it apparently paid off. The meeting over, Torre back to the Atlanta dugout. LeMaster will step back in with a count of 1 ball, no strikes. Milt May leads off third. Brad Wellman off second. And the 1-0 pitch is fouled away. 1-1. Johnny LeMaster still wearing that ankle guard. He was wearing that in Atlanta. Obviously, he's been fouling some off that foot. Bruce Benedict's been wearing a similar piece of equipment for Atlanta. Here's the 1-1. Strike 2 call. Caught the inside corner. Perez ahead in the count now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We've got the All-Star game coming up on the 6th of July, and Perez and Hamaker, the 2 starting pitchers in tonight's game, may very well be a part of that All-Star pitching staff. Perez with the best won-loss percentage in the league. Hamaker with the best earned run average in the league among the starters. They've got the credentials. Now the 1-2 pitch. Little pop-up. First baseman Chris Chambliss into foul territory. He's got room and makes the catch. The runners will hold at second and third. So there's a big second out in the bottom half of the third. Perez 1 out away from getting out of this mess.
And after throwing LeMaster hard stuff, Perez came back with a curveball, and LeMaster was fooled out in front. He popped it up. That was a good pitch by Pasquale.
Now Tom O'Malley, who looked at a 3rd strike his first time up. Wellman the runner at second. May the runner at third with 2 outs now. Perez delivers. Did that hit him or not? The San Francisco Giants trainer is coming out. I guess it must have hit him, but to be honest with you, from up here, it did not look like that pitch touched him at all.
No, it did not. We're going to see the replay, and it looked like Benedict just blocked it. Oh, it did hit him. It hit him on the foot, right on the bone, on the side of the foot.
So Tom O'Malley having that left foot examined. By Giants trainer Perry Archibald. And we'll see if he'll be able to stay in the game or not. He's getting back to his feet now, testing the left foot. But we still don't know whether he's going to try to stay in the ball game. Looks like he wants to. Of course, when you get hit with a pitch here at Candlestick Park in a night game, it's a little different. They all hurt. But it's so cold in this ballpark, it just smarts a little more when you get struck by a pitch here.
And it is getting cold in this ballpark. Well, O'Malley's going to be okay. That's good. And now Pascual Perez has the bases loaded, 2 out, and he faces the hottest hitter this side of Dale Murphy, Darrell Evans.
Evans popped out to short his first time up. He has really become a popular player at Candlestick Park this year. Look at the crowd reaction as Evans steps in. 18 homers, 44 RBIs. In fact, one of the complaints Frank Robinson has about his ball club at the moment is, he says the only games we've been winning are the games that Darrell Evans is hitting home runs in. If he doesn't hit a homer, we don't win. We need some help from some other people. But he'll take some help from Evans right here if he can get it. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Perez will work from the stretch, and the pitch to Evans is a strike in the inside corner, 0-1. Evans not very pleased about that call by Lanny Harris. It was a breaking ball. Perez out in front, 0-1. Nothing game, bottom of the third. Bases loaded, 2 outs, and a 1-strike pitch on the way to Evans. That missed low and inside, 1-1. O'Malley at first, Wellman at second, May at third. And the 1-1 pitch on the way. Just inside, ball 2, 2-1.
Well, here comes a great hitter's pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the base is loaded. And you know that Pascual needs to get this pitch over the plate.
The count is 2-1. Perez taking a little time here before looking into Bruce Benedict for a sign. Now he steps off the rubber. The 2-1 on the way. Strike 2 call on the inside corner. Evans didn't like that call.
Well, Perez took something off this pitch. Let's see if it has the plate. It does have the plate, and it's above the knees. That's just a dandy pitch by Perez. Gets that changeup really right at the hands on the inside corner. That had a lot of the inside corner, too. That wasn't just painted on the black.
2-2 now on Darrell Evans. The runners lead from first, second, and third. And the 2-2 pitch gets away from Benedict. Breaking from third is Milt May. He will score. It's 1-0 San Francisco. That'll go as a wild pitch charged to Pascual Perez. And the count now full on Evans, 3-2.
It was a 2-2 pitch. And it was in the dirt, and it happened to hit the dirt and stay down and get through Benedict. That ball didn't hop up. If it had, Bruce would have knocked it down.
So the Giants are on the board with an unearned run. Now the payoff pitch to Evans. He struck him out with a fastball. Evans down on strikes. And a good job of pitching by Pascual Perez, even though that wild pitch allowed the run to score. 1 run for the Giants on 1 hit. There was 1 costly Atlanta error. A couple of runners left. We've completed 3 with our score. Giants 1, Braves 0.
Covering Jerry Pate is a super opportunity for a photographer.
If I win this tournament, I'm going to make you famous.
I counted on my Canon AE-1 program with all the features a pro wants to capture all the sides of Pate's game.
Now it's your turn. I told you I was going to make you famous.
The AE-1 program makes the toughest shot simple.
The Canon AE-1 program. So advanced, it's simple. Canon, the official camera of the Atlanta Braves.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Gurney. That's my father Dan out there. He thinks the best way you can have fun is take a Toyota Celica, paint it funny, and drive it around the track as fast as you can.
Boy, it's fun driving around the track as fast as you can.
But not me. I think the best way you can have fun in a Celica is to leave it just the way it is, then drive it around town as slow as you can.
Hi, Jimmy!
Wow.
Oh, what a feeling, Toyota.
The biggest game is on today. The whole town's got a part to play, but the hard work you do makes a kid's dream come true. And there's something big waiting for you, for you. Coke is it, the biggest taste you've ever found. Coke is it, the one that never lets you down. Coke is it, the most refreshing taste around. Coke is it, Coke is it.
We have played 3 innings here at Candlestick Park. For the Giants, 1 run, 1 hit, 2 errors. For the Braves, no runs, 2 hits, and 1 error. Top half of the 4th inning, we'll see Dale Murphy, Terry Harper, and Randy Johnson due up for Atlanta against Atlee Hammaker. And to tell you all about it, here's John Sterling.
Okay, Pete, 1-0 Giants. Perez really pitched very well out of the jam without the wild pitch on the 2-2 count. Could have been out without a run. Joel Youngblood, I believe, has gone in to play third base now. He's just trotted on the field, so O'Malley cannot go any longer after being hit by the Perez pitch. And Joel Youngblood goes in. There you see him. The ex-Met and Expo. He goes in to play third base now. The wind is beginning to whip up much stronger. And it's getting very, very cold here tonight. Giants have a promotional gimmick. It's both a promotional gimmick and also trying to drum up support for a dome stadium somewhere downtown. If you have a ticket stub, if you pay to see a game and you stay around to the end of an extra innings night game, you are awarded the Croix de Candlestick. And we just had that message up on the board. People come out here dressed the way people normally dress for football games in November and December. Indeed, it's a lot warmer here in October and November than it is in the summertime. Dale Murphy leads off the 4th inning for the Braves. Braves threatened, did not score last inning against Hammaker, who has an ERA of 1.71. Pitch is accidentally hit up the middle. Wellman fires to first base in time. Well, there's one away.
You see Atlee Hammaker smiling there, but he wouldn't have been smiling if Murphy had beaten this ball out. Just a little tap right back toward the mound. Hammaker, who falls off a little toward third on his delivery, just couldn't get to the ball. Murphy hustling all the way, but Wellman's able to throw him out, 1 down.
One of the great statistics on Hammaker, he's walked only 14 men in. Well, now it's over 90 innings. Harper, jolt to right center field. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Harper will get at least a double. Now it's fumbled, and Harper will get a triple. It is fumbled in center field by Venable, and Harper's at third, the tying run with 1 out. Harper, who hit a line drive single to right field his first time up, hit a jolt to right center, and the ball had a tail on it and kept tailing away from Venable.
And this is a tough part of the ballpark to hit the ball that far in. Ball normally doesn't carry that well to right center field, but Terry just hits one of those low line drives that cuts into that wind. See what happens to Venable when he gets out here. He tried to get that ball before it got to the fence. Had he played that ball off the carom, he might have been able to hold Terry to a double.
I believe they're going to call it a double and an error on Venable. Man on third, tying run here. The curveball is over to Randy Johnson, strike 1. I believe that's how they're scoring. I didn't see the error sign go up, but I'll give you the scoring a bit later on. We get it officially.
They've only posted the hit, so it might be a triple all the way.
Giants have pulled the infield in to cut off this run, and Randy takes down low, 1-1. Well, let's give Harper a triple to center field. He's at third with 1 out. Randy Johnson, looking down to Dal Maxville, is flashing all the signs.
Boy, here's where if your player doesn't get to play much, you can really make some points with your manager if you can get this runner home.
Fouled to the plate 1-2. Randy reached on an error his first time up. That was the bunt. They might have given him a hit on that. The next error was a throwing error made by O'Malley. Those are the two giant errors, and they haven't posted another one, so I guess Harper does have a triple, even though Venable did kick it around in center field. 1-0 San Francisco, top of the fourth. 1 out, the tying run at third. Curveball bounced over the mound. Harper has to play it safe, and LaMassa throws out Randy Johnson. Small things are really hurting the Braves. Last night, Glenn Hubbard just came off second base a fraction too soon. Resulted in 2 runs. Tonight, Pasquale dropped Chandler's throw, resulted in a run. Also, the wild pitch with a 2-2 count. The Braves unable to move Perez over to third. He didn't score on a ground ball. Now with 1 out, the Braves failed to get Harper in from third. We'll see if Hubbard will get the 2-out hit to tie the game. Strike is called. They asked for help to first base umpire Lee Wire, and he says Hubbard did not go, so the count's 1-1. Well, there's our little hello on the board. Thank you, Candlestick, Giants. 1-1 is hit wide. Great stop. But there won't be a play at all, and it's an RBI single for Glenn Hubbard. There's a great stop by Darrell Evans, and Hammaker violated the cardinal rule of pitches. When it's hit to the right side, break for first base, and Pete Evans made a great play, and he had no one to throw to.
And let's see if we can see Evans' reaction here when he looks up from making this great play and sees no Atlee Hammaker. He gets up on his feet ready to make a throw. Hammaker's not there. Where were you, Atlee? Atlee knows it was his fault. It's a 1-1 ball game, so that may be the break that turns the tide for Atlanta.
The New York Yankees once lost a World Series on account of that. A right-hand pitcher named Jim Coates did not cover first base quickly on a ball hit to the right side. And a couple of batters later, a gentleman named Hal Smith had a home run for the Pirates. Before my time, but Skip told me about it.
Yeah.
Pitch by pitch. Benedict hits a fly ball to right field. Clark coming in. And he makes the catch. Glenn Hubbard had the RBI single, and the Braves get a run on 2 hits. At the end of 3.5, the Braves won and the Giants won.
Imagine winning the World Series 4 years in a row, or the Super Bowl. It's pretty tough to do. Well, Eastern's won a championship 4 straight times. The airline championship. For the 4th year in a row, we've flown more passengers than any other airline in the free world. More than United, American, or TWA. That's earning your wings. So next trip, fly with Eastern and fly with the champ.
We're Eastern, America's favorite way to fly.
This is Big Red, the Honda ATC built especially for work. With its 3 fat tires, Big Red goes darn near anywhere, like this. With its powerful 4-stroke engine and dual-range transmission, Big Red pulls like this. And with its standard front and rear racks, Big Red totes like this.
Maybe so. You know what I like? It starts like this.
He's on a Honda.
Monday, put some laughter in your day with the TBS Afternoon Movie when Jerry Lewis runs into trouble wherever he goes in The Family Jewels. Then, on Tuesday morning, Betty Davis and Mary Astor are at war with each other in The Great Lie. And on Tuesday afternoon, Michael Caine is a spy who becomes the target of a sinister double agent in the Ipcris File. The TBS Daytime Movies, only on Superstation WTBS.
You see the gentleman. Oh. Now he's covered up. Anyway, Ken Daly, there he is. There's Ken Daly. He has the chart, and he'll be pitching tomorrow. The young left-hander just called up from Richmond, and he'll face Andy McGaffigan tomorrow. Sitting next to Craig McMurtry and Terry Forster. Pete, you talked to Joe Torre. What did their Brave scouts say about Daly? How was he pitching, and how well has he been pitching lately?
Lately is the key with Ken Daly. First the pitch to Jack Clark.
Clark leads off and takes down low ball one. Braves have evened it 1-1 on the triple by Harper and base hit by Glenn Hubbard.
Daly, of course, didn't get the pitch much in spring training. He had a little arm trouble then.
Clark hits a long drive to left field. Back to the wall goes Royster. It's gone. Home run, Jack Clark. And just like that, the Giants lead 2-1. Jack Clark hits number 11 and his 31st RBI over the left field wall.
And he is starting to get hot with that bat. That gives him a 5-game hitting streak. His average when the Giants were in Atlanta last week was in the 230s. It's now up over 250. So Clark is beginning to swing a good bat for the Giants. Not a bad pitch. Down around the knees. Clark went down to get it.
Here's Max Venable now as San Francisco takes a 2-1 lead, bottom of the 4th. Venable takes up high, ball one. He fly to center his first man. Now back to Daly.
Yeah, Daly had a 9-3 record at Richmond, but the key is his last 4 starts, all complete games, including a shutout. So he appeared to be right back in the beam the last couple of weeks or so.
Strike is called. The report on Tom O'Malley has a bruised arch and twisted ankle. He got hit hard and then I guess twisted his ankle as he was trying to get out of the way. Glenn Hubbard to Chambliss. There's one away. Well, the Braves would love to have a left-hand starter like Daly become a regular part of the rotation, then be able to start and bring Pete Falcone in relief. That gives great balance to the pitching staff. I think also Rick Mahena going down to Richmond is good for Rick Mahena.
Yeah, that's really not a demotion for Rick, although paper-wise it is. You're going from the major leagues to AAA, but all they want Rick Mahena to do is to pitch in the rotation regularly, and he'll do that at Richmond, but he'll be back.
He has a lot of ability. Pitch is fouled off by Jeff Leonard. Mahena throws well, has a good change, and has kind of a bulldog attitude. He really could be a fine young starting pitcher for the Braves soon. Count on Jeff Leonard is 0-1. He struck out his first time. 2-1 Giants here in the bottom of the 4th. Fastball is inside, ball 1-1-1. No really up to the minute report on Nuxie. Still bothered a bit by the hamstring pull, and I guess the Braves hope that he'll pitch in Houston.
They tentatively scheduled him for Tuesday night against the Astros.
1-2 now on Leonard. Jack Clark in the middle without the hat. Giants are 8-1 when Clark has homered. If Clark and Evans are together, and you figure Chili Davis will straighten out, Giants have a pretty good hitting ball club. Great stat on Clark. He plays all the time. He's a good right fielder with a fine arm. He's made 1 error in the outfield in 60 games. That's pretty good. Perez ready for the 2-2 to Leonard, and the fastball is pumped right across. So Leonard a strikeout victim for the second time. That's number 4 in the night for Pascual.
Pascual a little upset by that home run by Jack Clark, I'm sure. He had a little extra on that fastball.
And here is Milt May, who started all the trouble for the Giants last inning. May hit a ground ball to the right side. Chambliss made a nice backhand pickup and flipped to Perez, who tried to reach the bag while trying to catch the ball. Took his eye off it and dropped it. And that error ultimately cost Perez a run. Hit on the ground to Hubbard. Glenn has plenty of time. So Clark homers and the Giants get a run on a hit. No one left at the end of 4. The score. The Giants 2 and Atlanta 1.
Take a closer look, and you'll see that front-wheel drive isn't the only great thing about this Toyota Tercel. It's just the tip of the iceberg. This Tercel is the lowest-priced Toyota you can buy. It has more room than any subcompact and gives you more mileage than ever before. The new Toyota Tercel, a new standard in front-wheel drive. But that's just the tip of the iceberg.
On CNN's Closer Look, we bring you up close to the stories which shape the sports world. This week, a real variety, starting with the quirkiest of baseball players and the little things that make them unique. We'll also examine the toughest choice in this year's All-Star ballot, American League third baseman, and then tell you why America's Cup is the event in yachting with its long and prestigious history. And when it comes to racing, we'll look into everything that slides, stomps, or waddles. Join Dennis Dumler at 11:10 Saturday morning on CNN.
Cary Grant has one eye on the war and one eye on the ladies.
Oh, you stepped on my foot.
You put it under mine.
Mr. Atkins, stop chasing the girls.
I'm not chasing them. They're all crooks, and you're the crookiest.
And the ladies all have eyes for him.
If you're waiting for the big finale, I'm sorry, this is all I do.
Leslie Caron, Cary Grant, Father Goose, Sunday on Superstation WTBS.
Well, everybody up for the kickoff. People come ready for the candlestick weather here. Pascual Perez leads off the fifth and bounces it slowly to Hamaker. Hamaker, and there's one away. Perez beat out a bunt to Tom O'Malley his first time, who then was playing third. O'Malley threw it away, and Perez had reached second.
You know why it gets so cold at Candlestick Park, don't you?
Why?
Because there are so many Giant fans here.
The shortstop, Rafael Ramirez.
I can't believe you told that on national television. Well, here is Rafael Ramirez. I guess the cold is getting to Van Wieren. Pitch is up high. You know, when the Dodgers were fighting to get that referendum passed to get those acres of land in Chavez Ravine, the Giants had no trouble at all getting this passed and this park built. Yes, and people still wonder why that happened. There are a lot of theories, many of whom have not been printed. But Ramirez fouls it off 1-1. But anyway, they built it in the wrong area, and then they thought that to keep the football team here, the 49ers, they will double deck the outfield, which they did. It would cut off the wind, and it did not. Now the Giants are trying to get a dome ballpark downtown. 1-2, Ramirez. Chased after a low Hamaker pitch. Atlee Hamaker has excellent control, not just in walks and strikeouts, and he certainly has great control there, but he keeps the ball low. He has good control of his pitches. He just doesn't throw it down the pipe. Pop foul, the wind taking that to the stands, and Evans will make the catch. And there's two away. Ernie Johnson, the birthday boy, and Skip Carey will be over here on television after this half inning. We'll go over to radio.
Number one, the left fielder, Jerry Royster.
And with two outs, here's Jerry Royster.
Ernie's not having another birthday today, is he?
No, it's still so.
I was going to say that year went by in a hurry.
Our director, Tom Smith, says he's 38 today. That's right. That's right. Royster is 0 for 2. And he hits this one fairly well to right field. Clark is right there. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Hamaker. Nothing across for the Braves at the end of 4.5. The score of the Giants 2 and Atlanta 1.
Put your head on my shoulder. Hold me in your arms, baby.
These beautiful moments were made possible by Head & Shoulders, the shampoo for the two of you.
Put your head on my shoulder.
Thunderbird, from a new school of automotive design that brings new form to the function of driving. A new look, a new aerodynamic shape, which helps stability, handling, integrity on the road. This new school defines the difference between riding behind the wheel and driving. The new school of automotive design is called Thunderbird. Pure Thunderbird. Have you driven a Ford lately?
The revolution was a lost cause until a gun-running American ran into trouble. Robert Mitchum in Via Rides. Saturday on Superstation WTBS.
Hello again, everybody. Skip Carey, Ernie Johnson with you now as we go to the bottom of the fifth in a 2-1 game with the Giants on top. And the bottom of their order will hit Brad Wellman, then the pitcher Atlee Hammaker, and then the leadoff man Johnny LeMaster. Line score on the game, 2-2-2 for the Giants, 1-4-1 for Atlanta. Wellman leads it off. As you saw from that youngster, it's a bit brisk here in Candlestick. Ernie's got a sweater, a sports coat, and a top coat.
I've been here before. Rookie announcers sometimes forget to bring a sweater.
The pitch to Wellman is low. 1 ball, no strikes. I'll tell you here what I told you on radio. Have you ever seen a whale in a mink coat?
You're well fortified.
Not yet, but I will be as soon as this is over. And curve is inside. 2-0 the count.
We came over here. Skip said it's real cold over here. The radio booth is just fairly cold.
It's only about 18 degrees in the radio booth. Here it's 8 below. Wellman looks at a slider over the outside edge. It's 2-1. He ripped a single to right his first time. The Dodgers and Reds scoreless after 4 tonight. Mario Soto working against Bob Welch. And the 2-1 to the young second baseman. He hit it right off his thumbs to Randy Johnson, who throws and gets him 1 down. So Wellman is retired, and the pitcher Atlee Hammaker will hit. He sacrificed his first time. Some great Braves fans from back in Atlanta. Dennis and Susan Martin flown all the way out here to root for the Braves tonight.
And the Wolfers family from Dunwoody also here.
Hammaker is hitting at 118 for the year. He bats right-handed, which is somewhat unusual for a southpaw pitcher. Breaking ball for a strike. There's some managers that simply will not allow a pitcher to do that because his pitching elbow is exposed to the plate, or rather to the pitcher's mouth. 0-2 the count. Perez delivers, slider low and away. A ball and 2 strikes.
It's a strange combination. Very seldom see people, baseball players, throw lefty and bat righty. In fact, it's a good trivia question. Try to name about 10 or even 5, and it's hard.
The 1-2 pitch, here it is. Swung on, looping liner right at Chambliss, 2 down. So Hammaker is out of there, and Johnny LeMaster will hit. He's 0 for 2. He's bounced to short and popped to first.
Number 10.
Both Perez and Hammaker have pitched well. They've both had some fielding problems. Perez had a 3rd inning he'll never forget. He dropped the throw at first base. He hit a batter. Then he threw a wild pitch to account for a run. Hammaker's failure to cover first base on a ground ball off the bat of Hubbard resulted in the Atlanta run. What happens if you heat up a Budweiser?
You get a new drink.
Here's the pitch. Curve, swung and missed. It's 0-1. 2 out, nobody aboard. Bottom of the 5th. He bunts it down the 3rd baseline, but foul, and he's in the hole 0-2. When we go to the 6th, then the Braves come to the plate. It will be Chambliss, Murphy, and Harper. So the heart of the order will be up there for Atlanta. And the 0-2 pitch forthcoming to Johnny LeMaster. Check swing, pop fly. Chambliss gives chase. He's not going to get there. It drops out of play. So the count stays 0-2. We have these finals to report for you. The Pirates beat the Phillies 2-1. John Candelaria won his 100th big league game. Cardinals 7-2 over the Cubs. The Yankees beat Milwaukee 7-2. Detroit 11-4 over Cleveland. Toronto 6, California 3. Dave Stieb, his 10th win of the year. First major league pitcher to win 10. The White Sox beat Oakland 6-3. Now the pitch to LeMaster, way high and outside. Kansas City 3-1 over Seattle, and Texas beat Minnesota 10-1. Rick Honeycutt won his 9th game of the year. A ball and 2 strikes, the count. 2 out, nobody aboard. We're in the bottom of the 5th, and the Giants lead it 2-1. Just missed with a fastball outside. 2-2 the count. Perez, a very animated performer out there. And he has cut down on that, they tell us, from when he was with the Pirate organization. He never tries to show anybody up, but he just plays with great enthusiasm. The 2-2 pitch, here it is. Just missed with a curve, and he's run it full now, 3-2. Joel Youngblood would be next. So a payoff pitch to Johnny LeMaster. The payoff is on the way. It's low, and he walked it. He was ahead 0-2. Lost LeMaster his first walk of the night. So Youngblood will stand in. Youngblood hitting .234 with 5 homers, 11 RBI.
Youngblood had a home run off Braves pitching in the series in Atlanta.
The wind continues to swirl and change directions here. Perez will work off the stretch. He has issued his first pass of the night. Youngblood waits and misses a breaking ball. Snap throw to first. Runner back. Pretty close play down there. LeMaster could try to steal a base here. He has good running speed. Chase LeMaster back a couple of times. Runner going. It's slow. Now he tries to get back and does. I don't know what happened to LeMaster there. He went a third of the way to second base, then slammed on the brakes. Benedict started to throw to second by the time he righted himself. LeMaster had scampered back, so no harm done. And the count even to the ball and a strike.
Youngblood hit his home run off Pascual Perez at the launching pad.
Not this time. That wouldn't be a home run in a phone booth. Ramirez waits, and the inning is over. So Perez survives the 2-out walk. No hits, no runs, no errors, 1 left. We go to the 6th, and the Giants lead it 2-1.
This Olympic Champions feature is sponsored by Bell Yellow Pages.
Winner of 3 golds and a silver medal at Tokyo, Czech gymnast Vera Kozlowska will try to improve on that incredible performance at Mexico City. Schooled in the classic style, she proves herself the master of the demanding uneven bars. She provides a virtually flawless performance that will mark the end of an era. But it is her floor exercise, done to the tune of the Mexican hat dance, that wins the hearts of the cheering crowds and the Olympic gold. The vibrant Czech becomes one of the greatest medal winners of all time. Vera Kozlowska, Olympic champion.
This Olympic Champions feature has been sponsored by Bell Yellow Pages.
Help! The crazy pool filter broke! Helen!
The Bell System Yellow Pages talks when your fingers do the walking.
Pool doctor, we make emergency calls.
Calling can save you time and energy.
Mrs. Murphy?
Pool doctor?
You recognize my voice.
Get the Yellow Pages talking.
We make emergency calls.
Let your fingers do the walking.
For the news-minded sports lover, CNN delivers more than 20 hours of fact-filled sports news every week. If you're not receiving cable news network, contact your cable operator today.
And Chris Chambliss leads off the 6th inning for Atlanta. He's lined to left and struck out. Chambliss, Murphy, and Harper in the 6th. Good fast strike over the outside edge. Last time up, all Chambliss saw was curveball. So Hammaker starts him with a good live fastball this time. The 0-1 pitch. That sailed on him, and it's 1-1. Those guys aren't playing with a full deck, I'll tell you that.
Elevator doesn't stop at every floor.
Back up the middle, but Wellman moves to his right and throws him out, one away. Hit it off the end of the bat. Chambliss is retired, and Dale Murphy will hit. Murphy has bounced to short, and on a check swing, had a little dribbler to second. He's 0 for 2.
The center fielder, Dale Murphy.
He's 0 for his last 9. They play him around toward left and deep. Time call now is a beach ball that you see bounces onto the field and is confiscated by the bat boy, upsetting many of the patrons here. Curve low, 1 ball, no strikes. Giants have only 2 hits, but they also have the lead. It's 2-1 in the 6th. Curve, fly ball, right center field, no carry to it, battling the wind. Clark in, Wellman out. It's going to be Clark, 2 down. So Murphy is out of there, and here's the hitting hero for Atlanta tonight, Terry Harper, who has singled, tripled, and scored the Atlanta run. The triple was Terry's first of the year. He's raised his average to 282. Braves Richmond Farm Club got beat tonight 9-2 by Charleston. Joe Cowley, the loser. He's now 3-5. Curve low, 1 ball, no strikes. Hammaker, this is his 13th start of the year. He has completed 4. He has 2 shutouts, so he has been a quality pitcher since day 1.
And especially here, where he's 3-0.
Hot shot. He's 3 out of 3. Harper rips 1 to center with 2 out. And Randy Johnson will bat. He has sacrificed, reached on an air. That was all 1 play, and he has bounced to short.
If you're a fastball pitcher, I think you'd love to pitch here. Many hitters on the cold weather hate to bat here, so you're the warmest one out there. You put a little, well, oil on your shoulder, heat up, hot stuff as they call it, and you're probably the most comfortable player there. So pitchers, I'm sure, like the pitcher.
Chase Harper back. I don't know a single ball player, hitter, who likes to play here. There has been some talk. Some municipal council in San Francisco has They've commissioned a feasibility study for just abandoning this place and building a new ballpark downtown where the weather is 20 degrees warmer and the wind not as bad. But that's a very, very costly undertaking.
They've improved this place. There was a time when it was open in center field and you thought the undertow was going to take you right out to the water.
He missed the breaking ball. 0-1 the count. Unfortunately, when they closed it in, they thought that was going to solve the entire problem, and it did not. As it turns out, the ballpark should never have been built here in the first place. Boy, he was just about picked off there. He was leaning in the wrong direction. But he got back all right.
That was a cute move by Hammaker, and he doesn't really have a great move to first base yet. He's developing it. He's still young, but he took a short step that time, almost got it.
A ball and a strike to count. I don't know if that was a pitch out or not. If it was, he certainly didn't throw the ball very hard. Harper at first, 2 down. We're in the 6th, and it's 2-1 Giants. Perez and Hammaker matched up here, and as you might expect, it's been a good pitcher's duel. 2 balls and a strike.
They might put something on now. Maxfield's looking into the dugout. Wouldn't mind seeing Harper go. Hit and run.
Terry has good running speed, too. Although Milt May, pretty good receiver back there. Not highly publicized, but he gets the job done. The Giants are thinking the way Ernie is. They, again, chase the runner back. Fastball just missed low and away. 3-1 the count. A walk brings the potential tying run into scoring position for Hubbard. Johnson takes a look at Peanuts Maxville, his third base coach. Harper laid in the 3-1 pitch instead to first. This is another pitch you can run on.
Got to get it over.
And the 3-1 to Johnson. Here it is. There he goes outside, and 2 are on with 2 out. That is the first walk of the night for Hammaker, and only his 15th of the year. Here's Hubbard, 1 for 2 in RBI, an infield hit that plated the only Atlanta run back in the 4th.
Bob needs a confidence builder. He needs a good game. He's been in a batting slump. 6 for his last 44, but he did pick up an RBI with that infield hit. He needs just one of those games where he gets 2 or 3 hits.
He hit the daylights out of that, but fouled to right. It's 0-1. At the moment, the wind is blowing toward the left field fence. At the moment, that's subject to change second by second. The right-hand hitter waits. Right in there. Fastball in on his hands, but it caught the corner, and he's in the hole 0-2.
Hammaker goes to his mouth out behind that 18-foot circle more than any pitcher in the league. He's constantly putting his fingers in his mouth, but he likes to rub the ball up. He likes to probably get as much friction or rough it as much as legally possible. And mentally it's good for him.
The 0-2. Foul tipped it. The count stays the same. Terry Forster goes to work in the Atlanta bullpen.
Some pitchers just have habits. They just won't throw the ball unless they do these little rituals, and he goes around behind often. There's Forster.
And again, we await the 0-2 pitch.
Forster doesn't need an overcoat either.
Here it is. Swung on, line drive, left field, base hit. Will have a play at the plate. Leonard firing. He's going to get him with a good throw. He is out at the plate. one-hopper to Leonard, and he's made a perfect one-hop throw to the plate. And look at May lunge in there. So 2 hits, but no runs. There were no errors, and 2 runners were left. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 2-1 San Francisco. Brian Kingman begins to throw in the Giant bullpen as we go to the bottom of the 6th, and Darrell Evans leads it off. After 6, the Dodgers and Reds still scoreless. Soto against Welch. Evans has popped out and struck out. Perez delivers right through there with a fastball, 0-1. A couple other finals for you. Montreal beat the Yankees 7-2. Boston beat Baltimore 5-3. Nolan Ryan has a shutout 3-7. Houston leads the Padres 4-0. Montreal beat the Mets no matter what I said. What did I say, Giants?
Yankees.
Huh. Well, that would be big news.
That would be.
Interleague play. The let-up victimizes Evans, and the count's 1-2.
You're quick.
I don't feel too badly. If you want to get into your tryout camp thing again, we can go through that like we did on radio. A ball and 2 strikes, the count to Evans. Jack Clark waits to hit next. Just missed low and away. It's 2-2. He had him set up, but he missed the strike zone. Perez again ready. Foul tipped it. The count stays 2 balls, 2 strikes. We'll be with you at 4:05 Eastern Time tomorrow afternoon when Ken Daly pitches against Andy McGaffigan. 4:05 again on Sunday. Mike Krukow against Craig McMurtry. And the 2-2 to Darrell Evans. High and inside. He's run it full, 3-2. The Giants have the heart of their order coming here. Evans, Clark, and Venable, the 3, 4, and 5 hitter. Let up, popped up, foul territory. Randy Johnson on the move, battling the wind, and he's got it. 1 up. The wind held that ball up for him, brought it back, in fact, 1 away. So Evans is out, and here's Clark, who ripped a solo home run in the 4th to give the Giants their 2-1 lead. Perez ready to go to work. By the way, in case you second-guess Dal Maxwell, the Braves' third base coach, for the play at the plate, I think he did the right thing.
You got to send him with 2 outs. You can't wait for another base hit. Welch has just hit a home run with 6 with nobody on.
Against Soto.
Against Soto. Makes it 1-0. Bob Welch, the pitcher, a home run off Soto.
Little calling card for Mr. Clark, and it's 2-0. Yeah, with 2 out, Leonard had to make the play perfectly, which he did. He had to make a near perfect throw, which he did, and so they just beat you on that particular play. That's all. Two balls, no strikes to count. Boy, he had some cut at a breaking ball. It's 2-1, so the brushback didn't intimidate Clark in the least.
It doesn't intimidate good hitters. You can't stay around in this league if you're intimidated by a brushback pitch. Sometimes a hitter becomes a better hitter, and you don't even want to move those people off the plate.
Musial comes to mind immediately. 2-1. Let up, low and away, and it's 3-1. 1 out, nobody aboard, but it's 2-1 Giants. We're getting late, bottom half of the 6th inning. Bouncing ball to short. Ramirez waits, fields, and throws. Got him 2 up. So 2 are down in the 6th inning. And Max Venable will bat. He's flied to center, bounced to second. Perez has a 2-hitter, but he's losing. Venable, a stocky little left-hand hitter. Doesn't have much of an average, but he always seems to swing the bat well against us. 1 ball, no strikes. He hit 1 out against us in Atlanta last week. Two and 0 the count. Well, Kingman is throwing in earnest down in their bullpen. I wonder if Hamaker's arm is tightening up or something. He's allowed 6 hits, but a couple of them have been bleeders. If they want to take him out, fine with us. We'll take our chances with anybody else. Just missed outside. 3-0 the cut. Terry Forster back up and working in the Atlanta bullpen. Pitchers will work longer here to get ready than they do in most ballparks. Perez is scheduled second in the Atlanta 7th. There's the strike to Venable. 3-1 the count. Jeff Leonard waits to hit next. And the 3-1 pitch is low. He walked it. So Venable reaches. That's the second walk surrendered by Pasquale. And here comes Jeff Leonard, who has batted twice and struck out twice. Runner at first, 2 down. Venable has good running speed. They could try to swipe a base to get him in scoring position for Leonard. Milt May moves on deck. He hung a curveball high and inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Bob Gibson to the mound to talk it over with Perez, who suddenly encounters some control difficulty. Where are those tryout camps, Ernie?
All right, let's get to the tryout camps, Skip.
I can tell you first what Ernie said, that you can go to those tryout camps and you don't have to wear a uniform, and then I suggested it would be a good idea if you wore civvies.
That's right.
They are.
June 18th and 19th, Grayson Stadium, Savannah, Georgia. June 21st and 22nd, Cleveland State College, Cleveland, Tennessee. And the 25th and 26th of June at South DeKalb Community College, Decatur, Georgia. Age limit 16 to 23. Tryouts begin at 8:00 a.m. Get up early with Rod Gilbreth. Bring shoes and equipment. And all American Legion players must have coaches or post commanders' consent. We'll have tryout camps all summer long, and we'll keep you posted as to the areas.
Pitch out, nothing happening. It's 2-0. Wasn't for tryout camps, nobody would have ever heard of Dan Dreesen, for example. Or read Shane Deist or Ken Obergefell. 2 balls, no strikes, the count. Runner at first, 2 out. Leonard calls time as the wind kicks up the dirt. $16,871 the paid attendance here. 16,871. Just over 18,000 total. Runner goes, fouled back into the upper deck.
When you see a player's biog and it says signed as a free agent, usually that's through a tryout camp. Someone liked him, he wasn't drafted, or they brought him in to work him out. There's still a lot of players out there. They shouldn't be discouraged just because they're not drafted. They can still make the major leagues. Can't find everybody.
He's going again. Fouled away again. 2-2, the count on Leonard. Two-1 Giants. We're in the bottom of the 6th.
When a youngster makes it sometimes, and he hasn't been drafted, it's because when he's 17 or 18, the scouts look at him and they say, well, he's not very big, not very fast, can't throw very hard. But unknown to them, he might be of a, well, one of those youngsters who develops later and becomes bigger and stronger at age 20 and 21.
The stretch, the 2-2, he's going again, and it's fouled off again. Venable putting in some time with the wind sprints out here. That's 3 in a row, and each time it's been fouled off. Tom Smith, our WTBS director, here tonight. Leonard calls time as Perez comes set. He's going. It's low. Benedict's throw is high, and the runner is safe. So Venable is in scoring position with 2 out. He got a good jump, and the throw was not a good one.
Yes, he got a good jump on Pascual. Throw a little bit high, but even a low throw, I believe he's got the base stolen. Venable runs well.
So that makes getting Leonard more important. You can ill afford another giant run here with only 3 at-bats to go. Perez is set, and the payoff pitch is on the way. And he got him for the 3rd successive time, and the inning is over. Strikeout number 5 for Perez. No hits, no runs, no errors, 1 left. We go to the 7th with your score. Giants 2, Braves 1. Bruce Benedict trying to snap an 0-for-9 slump leads off the Atlanta 7th inning. Brett Butler has moved on deck. He would pinch hit next for Pascual Perez, who pitched a fine ball game tonight. But we'll leave it behind in the score. Benedict trying to snap an 0-for-9 slump. Benedict, Butler, and Ramirez for Atlanta in the 7th inning. Hammaker still on the mound, and Kingman has sat down in the Giant bullpen, so he must have been throwing only to be throwing.
I think he was just getting a few of the kinks out. They go to Lavelle and Minton when it's a 1-run game late. Someone's going to start throwing for Atlanta. They have to get plenty of tosses in with this cool weather.
Breaking ball for a strike to Benedict. Forster was up and throwing, but he is no longer. Not up high and away. 1-1 the count. Well, it's almost that time of year again. Tom Smith, our director, along with our executive producer Don Ellis, combining this game with scouting NCAA football sites for another year of TBS coverage of that. There's a line drive right center, but it's hooking toward Clark, and he's got it. 1 out. The wind blew it right into his lap. 1 away. Tough break for Bruce as the 7th unfolds.
Watch it come back to him, and Clark made a nice catch.
And here's Brett Butler. So Perez is through for the night. He went 6 innings, allowed just 2 hits. He struck out 5. He walked 2. He allowed 2 runs. 1 of them earned. Hit a batter, threw a wild pitch, and that cost him his position in this ball game. Forster back up in the Atlanta pen. Ramirez moves on deck.
You might wonder why a lefty against a lefty here, but Bob Watson's a righty. They want to save him till later in the ball game. Not too many righties on the bench, or all in the starting lineup.
He bunts back to the mound. He boots the ball, and Butler's safe, and he almost threw it away again. It'll probably be a hit for Butler. And that's not a bad thing to do when you're facing a left-hander coming off the bench. So good speed on the bases for Atlanta.
They're going to charge the pitcher with an error. Watch the bat. I thought Butler or the pitcher might run over that too. The bat is right there. If he picks it up right away, he's got him. But he didn't.
Forster back in the Atlanta bullpen. So Butler at first with 1 out and more activity in the Giant bullpen now as well. Greg Minton up and throwing. We need somebody to rip one somewhere. Curve outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Butler with great speed at first, 1 out. But despite that great speed, he's just 11 of 21 in the stolen base department for the year.
I think he's still learning.
Ramirez and Royster, the next 2 for Atlanta. They chase him back to first base. Again, the throw to first. He showed him a quicker move that time, but really not a very good one. And Brett got back all right. The Giants have committed 3 errors already. He's going. Pitches high. Mays throw. He's in there. Stolen base for Butler, his 12th of the year. He got a good jump, and he's in scoring position with 1 out. Boy, that speed is a premium thing.
And with the pitcher looking right at him, Butler swipes second. The throw was high and away down at second base from May. But Butler was in there anyway.
And the board has the count on Ramirez. 2 balls, no strikes. So the Braves have a chance here to at least tie it. Raphael has popped to second, flied to right, and popped to first. So everything's been on the right side tonight. The pitch. Breaking ball of beauty right in there. It's 2 balls and a strike. Ramirez was not enchanted with the call. There's 1 out, a runner at second. The Dodgers bat in the bottom of the 7th, down 1-0. Or rather leading Cincinnati 1-0 on a home run by pitcher Bob Welch. Now the pitch will come to Ramirez. Outside, 3-1 the count. Time call now. Joel Youngblood comes in to talk it over with Atlee Hammaker. Both bullpens are busy. The wind now is shifted completely, and it's blowing toward the right field wall. The pitch. Fouled the curveball off. He had a good cut. And the count goes full, 3-2. Jerry Royster will be next. Hammaker again ready. The payoff pitch. Curve, bouncing ball to short. LeMaster fields, throws, close. He got him. Good play by Evans. Butler wisely stayed at second. LeMaster short hopped the ball over there, but Darrell stayed with it, made a big play for the second out.
Evans saved LeMaster. He dug this ball out of the dirt. LeMaster had to wait for that last bounce, and he threw low to first. Watch this scoop. Backhanded scoop. And we take another look from left field. You can see the scoop a little better. It was not an easy throw to handle.
So it's all up to Jerry Royster if Atlanta's going to tie things up here in the 7th. Incidentally, it looked like Ramirez swung at ball 4, a curved ball down around his ankle. The pitch. Didn't mean to. Little tap. The inning will be over. Evans will take it himself. Royster retired on a check swing, so nothing doing for Atlanta in the 7th. No hits, no runs, 1 air, 1 left. We go to the bottom half of the 7th inning, and your score stays Giants 2, Braves 1. We go to the bottom half of the 7th inning. Milt May will lead it off for the Giants against the new Atlanta pitcher, Terry Forster. And here with the play-by-play story, once again, Ernie Johnson.
Okay, Skip. Milt May leads it off. Forster, 1-1, ERA good at 1.76. He has 8 saves. Perez pitched well. It's a 2-1 game. First pitch, strike on the outside corner. May is 0-for-2, reached on an error in the 3rd. Grounded out to 2nd in the 4th. Jack Clark's home run in the 4th is the deciding run right now. The 0-1 towards short. Raffy got him. 1 out for Brad Wellman. We got visitors all the way from Hawaii. Jimmy and Lorraine Gagnon coming for the series. Watch the Braves with regularity in Hawaii, and now they want to see him play. They say hi to all their friends. Forster's pitch hit foul up by first. Buford watch it roll by. Hamaker's on deck. Giants 2 runs, only 2 hits and 3 errors. The Braves 1-6-1. One of the runs off Perez unearned due to his own error. Wellman with another bat. We anxiously await tomorrow afternoon. Ken Daly will pitch for Atlanta. Just called up from Richmond, where he won 9 ball games. Fastball 0-2. McGaffigan will pitch for San Francisco. Forster with an 0-2. Fly ball, slicing. Harper's got it. Wellman flies to right. Now Hamaker will get a nice hand. He's 0 for 1. He's a local hero. Atlee Hamaker. He's shooting for his 8th win. He's 3-0 at home. Total crowd is a little over 18,000 here at Candlestick. They've averaged in the neighborhood of 15,000 a game. First pitch to strike. Looking ahead to the 8th for Atlanta. Chambliss, Murphy, and Harper the first 3. Over first. Foul. Braves 400 Club, Booster Club, will be meeting us in Cincinnati. That's our last stop on this junket. We've got 5 games in 4 days. The 0-2 is low. Forster's a big guy, works in a hurry. 1-2 pitch is high and away. 2-2. Braves came into this game with the best batting average in the National League. They led the Cardinals by a point. Foul away. Braves team batting average 277. But they've scored only 1 time here tonight. Hamaker's been tough. He hasn't been easy for anyone. Up the middle, tough play, Hubbard. But he got him. Pitcher running. Hubbard throws him out. That's a 1-2-3 for Forster. We go to the 8th. It's still 2-1 Giants. We had a quiz here. The last player to hit 300 and win 20 ball games in the major leagues, and it was our own Bob Gibson, 1970, won 23 games, and he hit .303. As you look at our Red Men scoreboard as we go to the 8th inning.
There it is, folks. There's your Red Man scoreboard.
Chambliss leads it off.
How about that Dave Stieb, the first pitcher in the major leagues to win his 10th game. And down in Texas, Honeycutt won his 9th.
The Detroit Tigers, we've mentioned this before, the Tigers won again today. They've won 9 out of their last 11. The Eastern Division in the American League is so tight. You put together a good string and you're almost in first place. The Tigers about 2 weeks ago were 5th. Now they're 2nd. Chambliss fouls a pitch away.
About 2 weeks ago, everybody in Detroit wanted Sparky Anderson fired. Now you don't hear any of that anymore.
Chambliss 0 for 3, struck out in the 3rd, lined out and grounded out. Doesn't get that curve. 0-2.
Well, this guy is a good pitcher. The difference in a year, the aggressiveness that he displays, he's ahead of every hitter. What a trade Tom Haller made as it works out.
They made some good deals with Kansas City. The 0-2. Fouled away. Another curveball.
You know, I mean, you have to look at it the other way, too. The Giants rebuilding. Kansas City, a club that has won some divisions and felt Vida Blue could win them another one, but it really hasn't worked out for them. They gambled and lost.
There are curves and there are curves. If you don't put it in the right spot, not worth anything. But he's been right on the money tonight. Now he goes to his mouth. Off the circle. And the 1-2 pitch on the way. Oh, he's teasing Chris. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Folks in Lenoir, Tennessee ought to be proud of this fellow. He's a good one.
Here's a 2-2. Fouled away. Hung that one a bit. And you don't have to have a blazing fastball to succeed up here. You just have to have a fastball that is respected by the hitters. In other words, they can't sit on every other pitch and still hit your fastball. 2-2. Curve hit high into the air, short left. Leonard staggered a bit, but hung on. 1 down. It's 2-1 Giants. Murphy the batter. He's 0 for 3. Last time these clubs met in Atlanta, Murphy had 9 hits and 4 homers in the series.
One of them off Hamaker.
And a couple off McGaffigan, who's pitching tomorrow.
Hamaker has given up only 2 home run balls all year.
There's a race. Right-hander relief. Lavell's a lefty. Breaking ball gets in there. 1-0.
Murph's grandpa is here tonight. Maybe he'll hit one for him.
For somebody. The 0-1. Curveball 0-2. Murph's granddad was, well, just got kind of tired of waiting for the cable to get in there. Went out and bought himself a dish. Never misses a Braves game. Now the 0-2. Toward deep short. Tough play. Look at Evans. Evans making like Wally Pipp over there. Lemaster knocked it down. He got that quick release. Probably the quickest release of any shortstop. And Evans dug it out of the dirt again.
Lemaster shows some maturity here, too. You won't see it on this particular replay, but he booted that ball. It dropped right at his feet. He didn't panic. He just picked it up and unloaded.
Not Terry Harper, who 3 for 3 with a triple. Scored the only run for the Braves. That came in the 4th.
Maybe he'll hit one out for Murph's grandpa.
We're running out of time. And outs. 0-1. Here comes Herm Storetta. He got rid of those shoes that light up in the dark. He got white bands on them now.
Now, what in the world could he be going out there for? I'm sure he's got a reason.
Looked like when he first came out, he said, "You feeling okay?" Might have spotted something that he's got the white stripes this time out. He remembered what we said in Atlanta.
He's a good guy.
He is. Used to be a pitching coach for the Braves, the Orioles, Phillies.
Last year was in player personnel for the Milwaukee Brewers.
Career baseball man. Here's a 1-1 to Terry Harper. This inside, 2-1. It could have been also running out to say, Frank wants you to do this on this batter. This is the way he wants you to pitch to him. Two outs, top of the 8th, 2-1 Giants, and the 2-1 pitch from Hamaker. Curveball, 2-2.
Ernie, he throws more good curveballs than any pitcher I can recall. He uses that thing as most pitchers do their fastball. And again, it's a ball, but you can't blame the hitter. At bottom just drops out of it.
The other amazing thing is most lefties are wild. He's averaged less than 2 walks per 9 innings. 2-2. Toward the hall. It's going to be a base hit for Harper. And he's 4 for 4. LeMaster knocked it down, but he had no play. Should be a hit.
Yet another breaking ball. He got it up in the strike zone, and Harper thus was able to hit it hard. If LeMaster comes up with that ball, he just takes a bite out of it. He had no chance to get Harper.
Number 6, the third baseman, Randy
Well, we were
Johnson.
happy Randy Johnson got a chance to play. He hasn't started many ball games. Playing third tonight. He's 0 for 1. Got a sacrifice and walked. 0-1. Horner may play in Houston. That's the latest report.
May pinch hit Sunday. Or be available to pitch it.
He's a valuable cog in this offense. He's needed. The 0-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Skip Carey and Ernie Johnson with you from Candlestick Park in San Francisco as Maxwell flashes a sign. Harper's at first. He runs well. Hamaker thinks something is on. Youngblood at third, guarding the line. They don't want anything hit between Youngblood and the bag. It's a funny little move that he has to first base. He is stepping, but ever so nimbly and not too much distance on it. Minton is ready if they need him. He's been throwing now for some time. 1-1. Down low, 2-1. Hubbard's on deck. He's had a couple of hits tonight. Boy, you look back at that 6th inning. Harper tried to score on that base hit to left, and a great throw by Leonard got him at the plate. Had to wave him as 2 down. Nobody out, 1 out. They would have held him. Runner going. Throw is going to be safe. Look at LeMaster. He's furious, and here comes old high pockets Frank Robinson. We're going to have an argument. The throw is a little bit to the third base side. It appeared that he was going to be called out by Dutch Rennert. Dutch surveyed it and said no, he didn't tag him. LeMaster was slamming a glove against the ground. Now they're yelling something here that starts with bull, and we're not going to repeat the second word.
Now the pitch is high. A good throw has him by 10 feet, but the throw, LeMaster has to reach back for it, and I think he's safe.
I think he caught that outside of the bag.
Now LeMaster has a temper tantrum. You see just the start of it.
They'll put Harper at second with a stolen base.
Another angle. He got the pitch way up. You see how much the ball beat him by, and you see him start to punch him out and then say, no, he didn't get it.
3-1 pitch. Johnson drives it to left field. Leonard back. He's got it. And he robbed Johnson of an extra base hit, and the Braves of a run that would have tied it. A nice catch at left by Jeff Leonard. Going out, we'll take another look at it. This ball was driven to the track. Leonard leaping made the catch. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's still the same. 2-1 Giants.
Weekdays step into a world burning with passion, burning with power, and burning with greed. Meet the Catlins and watch their story unfold. Weekdays at 11:05 Eastern, 8:05 Pacific time on Superstation WTBS. Calm down, folks.
There's a staunch Braves rooter right in the midst of some Giant rooters. Takes a little nerve. Youngblood's a batter. Check it. The Masters a batting. Youngblood to follow. The Masters 0 for 2. Forster goes high, 2-0. Our last report on the Dodgers, 1-0 Dodgers after 6. And we're going to check that out for you. They're playing south of us. And Welch had hit a home run off Mario Soto. That's a strike. 2-1. Same two clubs tomorrow afternoon and Sunday afternoon. No telecast on Monday from Houston. Forster misses. He set him down in order in the 7th. 3-1. Now the 3-1 pitch. Ball 4. They now go to the 9th inning at Dodger Stadium, and the Dodgers lead 1-0 on the Welch homer.
Number 8. The third baseman, Joel.
A master at first with a walk. Here's Joel Youngblood. Went up once, he popped to short. O'Malley started, was hit by a pitch, taken out of the ball game. Youngblood may drop it down. Pitch is high.
Joe Patini, an infielder loosening in the Giant bullpen. He'll probably come on in the 9th to play third base for Youngblood.
1 ball, no strikes. Evans is on deck. Well hit base hit. First and second, nobody out for Darrell Evans. Youngblood delivers. They're looking for insurance. They lead by 1. That's the first hit by the Giants since back in the 4th when Clark hit one out. Well, there have been times the slugger will be asked to bunt. I don't know if they'll ask Evans to do that or not. He's had a great year. Randy Johnson a little shallow at third. Clark is due next. Let's see how Frank Robinson plays it. First and second, nobody out. He's bunting and popping it to Johnson, who goes to second. And they get a play down there. Randy Johnson handled that ball well. They got the force at second, but LeMaster came to third. Fielder's choice.
Number 22.
5-6.
We mentioned before that Johnson can really play third base. He's as good a defensive third baseman as you'll ever see. He knows nobody's at third, so he immediately makes the right play. It keeps the double play in effect, and Clark will face Forster or Willie. Bedrosian is heating in a hurry in the Atlanta bullpen, but I don't think he's ready next yet. Gibson to the mound to talk it over with Forster, Benedict, and now Randy Johnson.
Gives us a chance to mention that the cap night will be July 2nd. You take a look at Bedrock. Kroger Braves cap night, July 2nd. We work with the good folks from Kroger. CNS Bank's July 4th fireworks, of course, is on the 4th. A lot of big things to happen still at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium. Clark, they're looking for the double play. Pitches outside. Ramirez and Hubbard at double play depth. Clark with just average speed. He's 1 for 3 with a home run to left. Benedict has called time. Wait a minute. Is it his hand, you think? Boy, he's had a problem with a bone bruise on his gloved hand. And he might be hurting. I don't think it was a mitt. Remember, Benedict missed a couple of games with a pounding from Forster, Bedrosian, guys that throw hard. Let's see. Going to hang in there. I think that's what it was. Just wanted to get a breather. All right, got runners at first and third. Lemaster third, Evans first. The 1-0. 2-0.
Ernie, they got both Max Venable and Chili Davis in the on-deck circle, so I don't know what's what here.
Chili's a switch hitter. He's been in a slump this year. The 2-0. Reno.
They might green light him right here. Clark takes a long look at Danny Ozark.
Boy, you almost bet the mortgage, wouldn't you? That 3-0, if you like it, swing. Try to get the fly ball. It's only one out. But it was way outside. We'll never know. Ball 4. They're loaded. Venable was there with Chili Davis. And it looked like Venable might be lifted. It's Chili Davis for Venable. He's a switch hitter, so he turns around to bat righty. Davis is batting .228 overall as a right-handed batter, .222, .231 lefty. 6 homers and 17 RBIs as a right-handed batter. Well, we're down to cases, folks. The bases loaded, 1 out, bottom of the 8th, 2-1 Giants. Forster's pitch. Strike called, 0-1. Lemaster at third, Evans second, and Clark is at first.
Davis runs well, but from the right side, if you get a ground ball, you can turn it over. Infield about halfway for Atlanta.
Now Forster with an 0-1. Way outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Bedrosian is ready if they need it. Outfield shading Davis to right. Forster with a 1-1. Coming. Strike. 1 and 2. Finally got a break on that call. Well, he's got him set up for that curve or the slider. Got a good slider. Goes down and in on right-handers, and he gets some grounders from it. Let's see if he delivers a slider. Nope, he comes back with a fastball and just misses. 2-2. The runners, Lemaster third, Evans at second, and Jack Clark at first. Relief pitching builds character, and you see it right here. You got to have some. 2 balls, 2 strikes, bases loaded, 1 out. From Forster, there's a curve, and he struck him out. He set him up beautifully. He went fastball, fastball, and he finally got that curve down and in.
And he chased ball 3 here, really. That's a Hammaker type pitch, and Benedict a good play on the short hop. The Dodgers win it 1-0 on the Welch homer. Welch is 5-6. Soto is 8-5. Cincinnati had 6 hits. The Dodgers had 5, but the home run 1 or 4.
Here's Joe Torre out, and it looks like we'll have a pitching change with Bedrosian being called upon to face possibly Leonard or a pinch hitter. Bedrosian making his way in from the bullpen in left field. You take a look at him. Forster leaving to go to the locker room. And while they do, let's pause for this commercial message. Champ Summers will be called upon to pinch hit for Jeff Leonard, so it'll be a lefty against the right-hander Steve Bedrosian, who comes into his 28th game. He's had a good year. He's won 4, lost 2, and saved 9. One of the leaders in the National League in games saved. Champ Summers has worn a few uniforms, including Cincinnati, Detroit, Giants. He's batting .214. No homers, 2 RBIs. He's a fastball hitter, and Bedrosian a fastball pitcher, so you get power against power. Summers, who just turned 35 years old. He's been with the Cubs in the National League, Cincinnati National, Detroit. As I mentioned, he's made the circuit. The bases are loaded for him with 2 outs. He's batting for Leonard, who went 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts against Perez. First pitch is a ball high. May is on deck. Bedrock with a 1-0. Pop foul, going to be on a play. Johnson gives it a look, but it's behind the Braves dugout. Braves must come back and win this to remain 3.5 out of first. A loss, and they're 4.5 back of the Dodgers, who got that pitching again tonight from Bob Welch, and he also hit a home run. Phenomenal pitching by the Dodgers. Not only the starters, but the relief pitchers. Fouled away, hit that one off his foot. 1-2. Bedrosian takes a little walk. He does that often when he gets ahead in the count. Bases loaded, 2 down. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Benedict with a sign, and here's a pitch. Fouled away. Bedrosian's a 2-pitch pitcher. He's got a fastball. He's been clocked over 90 miles an hour in the slider. Runners lead. And the 1-2. There's a slider, line foul past first. Downstage, 1-2. Looking ahead to the 9th. Atlanta's got the bottom third of their order. Hubbard will lead it off. 1-2. On the way. Low. 2-2. Summers up for only the 15th time this year. And Bedrosian pitches. Popped him up. Foul. Going to be out of play. New supply of baseballs for Lanny Harris. Champ Summers really put together. Forster went 1 2/3 innings. A lot of hit. So far, no runs. Those runners out there belong to him. And the pitch. Hit foul again. Another fastball. LeMaster third, Evans second, and Clark at first. Bedrock trying to get out of it, keep it at 2-1. Pitches. He got him on the slider. That's a strikeout, and Bedrock does the job. They strand 3. We go to the 9th. Giants 2, Braves 1.
This season, you can get the Braves Clubhouse collection of authentic apparel, gift and accessory merchandise, and souvenir novelties by ordering from a colorful 16-page catalog. Send $1 with your name, address, and phone number to Braves Catalog, Post Office Box 4064, Atlanta 30302. Your $1 will be refunded with your first order.
Youngblood is now in left field. Davis is in center. New third baseman is Joe Patini, a youngster who played down at Mercer in Macon, Georgia, college days. Hubbard will lead it off. He'll be followed by Benedict. The Braves need 1 to tie. Amaker with the first pitch. Strike. He's shooting for his 8th win. Montreal beat New York 7-2. Pittsburgh over Philadelphia 2-1. Cardinals a winner over the Cubs 7-2. Houston beat San Diego 4-1. Dodgers over Cincinnati 1-0. 0-2. Toronto defeats California 6-3. The Red Sox over the Orioles 5-3. Detroit 11, Cleveland 4. Milwaukee loses to the Yankees 7-2. White Sox 6-3 over Oakland. Kansas City beats Seattle 3-1. Here we're in the 9th. And it's 2-1 Giants.
My guess would be Hubbard, Benedict, and Watson for Atlanta.
Benedict's out. Garber throwing in the bullpen. Lined over first. It's going to be in for a base hit. Hubbard starts the 9th with a single to right. It's his 3rd hit of the night. Well, let's see if the Braves can give him a finish. They've got the leadoff batter on. Line drive single by Hubbard.
Nice to have Glenn's bat back off vacation. He hit that ball hard. He's hit the ball hard all 4 times tonight.
You wonder how long Frank Robinson will go as Garber starts throwing in the Braves bullpen. Mitten is ready, and Lavelle is now throwing, so they got their 1-2 punch ready in their bullpen. Benedict is hitless. He's bunting. To Hamaker. The Wellman covering, and the tying runs at second. Perfect sacrifice by Bruce Benedict. 1-4 if you keep a scorecard. Watson will pinch hit.
Your attention, please. And the reason Bob was not in the starting lineup tonight was, number 1, the good hitting by Chambliss last night, and number 2, Joe Torre didn't feel that he saw the ball or swung the bat well against Hamaker in Atlanta last weekend. And he may not have to swing against Hamaker on this occasion, for Robinson is on his way out of the Giant dugout. And if he makes a change, we could get our first look at Mike Jorgensen, who just joined the team today. And Robinson has given the hook, and Minton will be called upon.
Fans don't agree with the decision. They want Hamaker to go 9. Minton trotting in from the Giant bullpen and a nice hand for Atlee Hammaker. I like to see that. He doffed his cap, gets a handshake from all his teammates. All right, while Minton warms up, let's pause for this commercial message. Watson will bat. Minton trying for his second save of the year against Atlanta. One of the better relief pitchers around. Watson against Minton, who's 1-3, ERA 4.89. He has 7 saves. Tying run second, 1 down. 0-1. Watson batting .407, a homer and 16 RBIs. Ramirez is on deck. Joe Torre with some left-handed hitting on the bench. Skip mentioned Jorgensen. Claudell Washington also available. The 0-1. 0-2. Ramirez is out there. The on-deck circle.
And then you have to make up your mind. If Watson fails, would you rather have Ramirez against Minton, or would you rather have one of your left-hand hitters against Gary LaBelle? Because that's what it's going to boil down to.
No balls, 2 strikes. Watson waiting. And the 0-2. Bounce toward third, but foul. Bettini guarding the line. Minton doesn't overpower you. Control type pitcher with sinkers and sliders. A lot of poise. A little bit of a flake too. Sometimes you need that. No balls, 2 strikes. As Watson steps out. Now the 0-2. Flipped over first, but it's going to be foul. Boy, almost dunked one. It'll stay 0-2. May goes out to talk to Minton. Their infields now, Bettini, LeMaster, Wellman, and Evans. An outfield of Youngblood, Davis, and Clark. Hammaker went 8 1/3. Gave up 8 hits. So far, 1 run. The runner at second is his. In the dirt, 1-2. The Giants got a run in the 3rd. The Braves tied it with a run in the 4th. The Giants got 1 in the bottom half of the 4th. To make it a 2-1 game, and that's been your scoring. San Francisco with only 3 hits. The Braves have 8. And a 1-2. He struck him out with a curve, looked low. Watson is arguing that the ball was not caught. He's arguing that the ball was a foul tip, obviously in the dirt, and trapped by the catcher. Let's see what we can make out of it.
I don't think he
hit it. I don't think he hit it. Argument over. Appeared to us that he didn't hit the ball. Therefore, it's a strikeout anyway. Well, it's up to Raffy. Ramirez is 0 for 4. Tying run second. 2 outs. Minton pitching. That's a strike. single to start it. Benedict sacrificed in the second, but now it takes a 2-out hit. And an 0-1. Swung on, bounce toward Bettini, throwing to first. Game over. And the Giants have won it by a score of 2-1. We'll be back with the totals after this message. Well, both sides got excellent pitching, but the Giants won 2-1, and Skip has the totals.
For the Giants, 2 runs on just 3 hits. They committed 3 errors and left 7. Atlee Hammaker, the winner, he pitched brilliantly. He's 8-3. Greg Minton, his 8th save of the year. For Atlanta, 1 run, 8 hits, 1 error. The Braves left 9. Perez, the loser, he pitched well. His own error, wild pitch, and hit batsman, as it works out, cost him the game. He is now 8-2, and the game-winning RBI goes to Jack Clark for the only home run of the game. His 6th game winner of the year. The Braves had 8 hits, 4 of them by Harper, 3 of them by Hubbard, and they come up a run short.
Okay, tomorrow afternoon at 4:05 Eastern Time, we'll take a look at Ken Daly as he tries to even this series at 1 game apiece. Until then, for Tom Smith, our director, Skip Carey, Pete Van Weer, and John Sterling, this is Ernie Johnson from Candlestick Park in San Francisco. So long, everybody.